We hope you're able to sit back, relax, and enjoy a night of stories. But before we get started, you might be wondering, what is a griot? As long as time itself, there have been stories passed down from generation to generation, tales of great heroics and universal lessons everyone can learn from. Griots are the keepers of those stories and history itself. Tonight, we are keeping those stories alive. We are the storytellers. As you hear these stories, you know they've been created by Black suburban artists, familiar faces you've seen grow and mature into blossoming artists. Their stories are our refuge, our hope, our chance to build and grow the community. We welcome you to a night of history, a night of lessons, but most importantly, a night of family. Welcome and enjoy listening to the voices of Black Suburbia.
I mean, who does he think he is, Rockefeller? I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than a Negro with some money. You think just because you got a fancy car and bought dinner that you have the right to get up under my skirt? The nerve.
What time is it?
2:45. And let me tell you, they are all the same. I used to see it all the time when I was a little girl, back when my daddy was playing bass in those clubs. He'd be talking to one woman, and not before long, he'd be slinking right up to the next one. Make me sick.
I've let it go, Madeline.
You're too nice. Ain't no way you get me to talk to that fool again. I don't care how pretty he is.
I just want to get it over with. He better hurry up. He's going to make us late.
I mean, if nothing else, you can get a good song out of it. That's what we should do. Your next lesson, we should write a song. It'll be good to get it all out.
I don't know, Maddie. I think I might be through with the guitar.
Through? You ain't had but 2 lessons.
Shh. Sorry. I know. I just don't have the inspiration anymore.
What do you mean you don't have the inspiration? A man just told you that he doesn't want to hear what you have to say because he would rather snuggle up to you on the couch and let his hands do the talking. Some of the best blues songs came from that exact scenario.
I just don't
There have been stories passed down from generation to generation, tales of great heroics and universal lessons everyone can learn from. Griots are the keepers of those stories and history itself. Tonight, we are keeping those stories alive. We are the storytellers. As you hear these stories, you know they've been created by Black suburban artists, familiar faces you've seen grow and mature into blossoming artists. Their stories are our refuge, our hope, our chance to build and grow the community. We welcome you to a night of history, a night of lessons, but most importantly, a night of family. Welcome and enjoy listening to the voices of Black Suburbia.
I mean, who does he think he is, Rockefeller? I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than a Negro with some money. You think just because you got a fancy car and bought dinner that you have the right to get up under my skirt? The nerve.
What time is it?
2:45. And let me tell you, they are all the same. I used to see it all the time when I was a little girl, back when my daddy was playing bass in those clubs. He'd be talking to one woman, and not before long, he'd be slinking right up to the next one. It make me sick.
I've let it go, Madeline.
You're too nice. Ain't no way you get me to talk to that fool again. I don't care how pretty he is.
I just want to get it over with. He better hurry up. He's going to make us late.
I mean, if nothing else, you can get a good song out of it. That's what we should do. Your next lesson, we should write a song. It'll be good to get it all out.
I don't know, Maddie. I think I might be through with the guitar.
Through? You ain't had but 2 lessons.
Shh. Sorry. I know. I just don't have the inspiration anymore.
What do you mean you don't have the inspiration? A man just told you that he doesn't want to hear what you have to say because he would rather snuggle up to you on the couch and let his hands do the talking. Some of the best blues songs came from that exact scenario.
I just don't like to dwell on things. That's all.
Benny.
Speak the devil's name and he shall appear.
Madeline.
Beelzebub. George.
Can I speak to you in private?
We don't have time for privacy. We only got a few minutes. We ain't got all day to be standing around listening to you because some of us value our educations. We don't have pillows full of money to lay our heads on at night. So go on and say what you have to say because we have places to be.
We have a biology exam in 15 minutes.
Oh,
Yes, so I do have to make this quick.
I understand. Well, thank you for meeting me. Does she have to be here?
Yes, I have to be her yourself. Don't send your little henchman to corner her in the hallways like a coward.
Benny, I just wasn't sure if you'd ever speak to me again. Bernard offered to speak to you for me. Pass the message along.
Isn't that wonderful? Do you pay him to be your friend, or is being permanently attached to your belt loops paying enough?
Watch it. I've been friends with Bernard since we were
Oh,
children.
and I'm sure I bet you his headstone will say, "Here lies Bernard Yardley, best friend of George Murchison."
Why don't you get a head start to class?
Ain't enough money in the world for me to take orders from you, George Murchison. All right.
Maddie, I'll meet you in class. I'll be fine. I'll be right behind you.
All right then.
How can I help you, George?
You're still upset with me.
No, George. Why would I be upset? I'm just happy to be always.
All right. I guess I deserve that. I just want to apologize.
Apologize?
Yes, I'm sorry. My behavior was completely unacceptable, and you deserve so much better than that. Will you forgive me?
Apology accepted. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to get to class.
I heard about your new home. about the brick and all. I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, nobody was hurt. Thank God. Well, I really do have to get to my exam.
There's a rumor about you and Asa.
Yes.
Is it true?
Is what true?
You know he can't provide for you like I can. Doing this basic.
You see, you never understood that it was never about what a man can provide for me. I can provide for myself.
Then what is leaving him at graduation? If you want to go to Africa, we can go to Africa.
Asa guy invited me to go with him because he all things talks about. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but he actually likes to hear what I think.
I see. You decide to bomb your mother's window next time. You think those ramblings about Africa are going to help you at all? Neither. I'm trying to get you to see that I'm here. I'm right here. I can get your family out of that neighborhood. I can take you to Africa. Will you marry me?
We accept. What? She accepts. She accepts your offer and your ring.
We do not.
Yes, she does. Girl, do you know how much money is on his knees right now? That ring alone could probably pay for medical school 1,000 times over. Look, George, a day or two, maybe 3, to think it over, you know? Thank you for your generosity. You know, I've always liked you.
Go.
Benny?
No.
No.
I said no, so get up from there. What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to propose.
We are not in a place to be considering marriage. We're not even in a relationship.
I apologize for the other night.
It's not just the other night. I'm going to Nigeria, George.
Go. Go to Nigeria. I'll be here when you get back.
George, I love Asa guy. I'm sorry, George.
No, I understand.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes.
Excuse me?
Marry me.
I have to get to class.
You love him. Fine. Love him. Be with him too. Do whatever you want. Just please put this ring on your finger.
George, you're not making any sense. You can have any girl you want. You're handsome. You're smart when you want to be. You're rich.
Other girls aren't like you. You're a free spirit. You're not judgmental. You understand people.
I can't marry you, George.
Then maybe I'm not asking you to marry me. Maybe I'm asking you to understand.
Understand what?
My mother, she found some notes in my room. They were nothing really, mostly about school and stuff. But some of them, the things they said, she thought they were love letters. They were signed with your initials.
I never wrote you any love letters.
I know. My mother found out who the letters are from. She doesn't approve.
You told some other girl to sign her love letters with my initials?
No,
Let me get this straight. Your mother doesn't like your other little girlfriend, so now you want me to marry you to keep her happy?
I didn't say they were from another girl. I just said they were signed with your initials.
Who else has the initials BY? Bernard?
You're not like anyone else. You understand people. Please, Benny.
George,
I'll pay for medical school Anything you want, I won't stand in your way. Please, Benny. I lose everything.
What about what I lose? Contrary to what your mother may have told you, George, the sun doesn't rise and set on what you need. I have a life too, and you don't have a check big enough for me to throw it all away for you. Now, if you excuse me, I have an exam to get to.
Benita!
I can't. I'm sorry. I tried to sit here and listen to you all talk about how you feel and how we need to just come together and just be colorblind. Raise our kids so that the color of their skin isn't a factor. Baby, this world is messed up. We have a reality star for a president who's managed to get all the racists of the world to assemble like the damn Avengers or something. So why in the hell would I raise my kids to be colorblind in a world where the coloreds are being murdered left and right with little to no justice? You all have no idea what it's like to wake up every single day and have to put on a mask so that the rest of the world is comfortable and not offended by your blackness, your literal birthright. It's exhausting to have to worry and pray over your kids who have no idea that the color of their skin automatically makes them a target. That Miss Gretzky will cross the street with her purse clutched so tight that her knuckles turn red, all because she thinks Jamal is going to rob or rape her. Never mind the fact that little Jamal is only 9 years old and is more concerned about his toys and why mommy can't buy him the Nerf Gun 3000 because, I don't know, Tamir Rice? Keep your head down. You don't want to come off too aggressive, but keep your heads up. You're Black kings and queens. You deserve so much more. Know your rights, but don't speak too loudly. Keep your hands up. Don't reach for the ID that you were just asked to produce. Stay down. Don't move. Work hard. Get that amazing dream job so you can move into your own place. But be careful. You're not all that safe even in your own home, you know. We are tired. As a Black parent, I have to figure out how to educate, protect, and stay alive my damn self for my family. This isn't a phase. This isn't a trend that will soon blow over. I marched in the Birmingham Children's March, hoping that I would never have to go through this again. But it's the same, if not worse, because the whole world gets to see it. And you're tired of seeing phone videos of people being killed, of riots and marches? But can you imagine the people who weren't recorded? What about them? What about their families? You see, we live in a world where the walls of a building has more rights than the unarmed, sleeping Black woman who was gunned down in her own bed. No, we're not tired. We're pissed. Kids are missing, random Black people being lynched in this world of suicide, organs missing and rolled up in a gym mat, but there's no foul play. Like, come on. So while you're comfortably outraged in your bubble of white privilege, we're out here fighting for our lives in a never-ending war. You don't want little Billy to have nightmares because Facebook videos of unarmed Black men being killed by police who felt threatened. What about Gianna Floyd or Philando Castile's daughter who was in the back seat? Instead of figuring out how to hide from this or pretend it's not happening. Ask yourself, what more can you do? Because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And at this point, we have nothing left to lose.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm ready to burn money wide. You know I got a made up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone, and I just might fail, but long as I try, just as when I stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping
Marcus. Now, boy, I keep telling you, if you don't cut to the right when you see the quarterback pump his arm, there's no way you're going to get to the football in time. Remember, you are the receiver. It is his job to hit your mark on time. It is his job to drop the ball in your hand, but he can't do his job if you're not on yours. You got it? Okay. Good. Let's try it again. No, let's try it again. Remember, hit the corner, step, hit that hard right. And if you as good as your daddy was, that ball should be waiting on you then. Boom! Touchdown, Delville Hawks, baby! Let's go! Best days of my life was playing football with Marcus. Things are different now. People wonder why one of the stereotypes of the African American man is anger. It makes me laugh. Wouldn't you be angry if decisions about your character were made before someone even said hello to you? Or because of those decisions, they don't even speak? We are Black men. We are feared by many. But Marcus, on the other hand, he don't live his life in fear. He walks down the street like the block's named after him. He doesn't think that waiting around the corner is someone who wants to hurt him. Everything I did was to get him to understand that he should feel like his life is in danger. Because then, he'll never let his guards down. He'll never walk in an empty parking lot late at night and feel safe, because he's not. I even told him the rules of getting pulled over by a police officer. He immediately let down the window, put your hands on the steering wheel, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Always have multiple copies of your license, insurance, your proof of ownership, paperclip together for easy access. Always ask for permission to get your paperwork out of the glove compartment as to not to make anyone nervous. Smile. Always answer with, yes, ma'am, no, sir. Maybe they'll think you're less intimidating. But if they do give you a ticket, smile and say, thank you, and wait for them to pull away. And then, and only then, are you allowed to cry, scream, and breathe safely. How many of you had to have this conversation with your children? How many of you feel it necessary to have this conversation over and over and over again? This is what it feels like to be a Black man in America. This is what it felt like to be a Black man in America from slavery to 1969 to 1989, 2009, and today. Why is it 2020 and we're still talking about the color of our skin? Why is it that we are more than 150 years past the end of slavery, and yet we still feel like we should live in fear of Jim Crow? I just want to be a father. I just want to be a father who happens to be Black and who happens to have a son who is Black.
I want to raise him to be a good person, not just a good Black person, but just a good person. I didn't want to become a speaker because every time I stand in front of people, I have to relive that day. Just a father being a father, passing around the football with his son on a hot summer day. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's what people say. We were at our apartment building, in our yard, minding our business. Then he said, "Hey, Pops, I'm going to run inside and get some water. I'll be right back." And when I come back, that arm better be ready, old man. I remember smiling at him before he went into the apartment. That was the last time he saw me. We were smiling at each other. The police officer said he was in the line of fire. They didn't know what he had in his hand, that he should have just put his hands in the air. I didn't teach that. All the stuff I taught, I didn't teach that. A water bottle. That's what he had in his hand when they shot him. It was a water bottle. A straight A student. Never been in trouble. Never been arrested. Never even been assigned to detention. And he was shot to death in a hallway because he held a bottle of water in his hand. No weapon or nothing they could confuse for a gun or a knife or anything. Just a bottle of water, a clear bottle of water. A bottle. You asked me to make a victim impact statement. My son never got a chance to speak, so I'll speak for him. My name is Wesley, Marcus Wesley. I was a 16-year-old sophomore at Dalesville High School. I was supposed to start as the starting receiver on our football team. I always laughed at my dad when he told me how scary it was living as a Black man in America right now. I am dead. I should have listened. I guess I didn't think it was real. I would have been the best marketing manager anyone has ever seen. I would have been a father and a husband my parents would have been proud of. The only thing I wanted was the one thing you stole from me, is to live. ever since my son's been murdered. I've spent every waking minute speaking to as many people who will listen about our struggles that weekend or every day. Just being who we were born to be. Judge, I'm not asking for insight or understanding. I'm asking you to do your job, which is to hand out justice. I'm asking you to give me the best possible ending to a tragic story of a young boy, a Black boy, who didn't get a chance to live out his dream, but became our worst nightmare. That's all I'm asking from you. Remember when your mama and I put you in football? You were running around the house like I told you we was going to the Super Bowl, man. What if I never told you to go outside that day? What if we went for pancakes instead? Was it your time? Would we have been eating breakfast and you would have ended up here anyway? I just want you back. I can't. I want to stop hating myself for letting them kill you. I spoke at your sentencing today. And for the first time, I felt like someone of authority. Listen. We won, son. We won.
How will we be remembered? The whole story has never been told in the history books. So long after the last days when the searches of Yahoo and Google are long gone, no online newspapers or magazines, tweets tweeted out, Comcast cast it away, no text made, none received, the Apple is eaten, there's just a core, and the Android will be no more, except for one box. A hidden box of fiction and or fact, filled with the pieces of a puzzle. Pieces that tattle the tale, pieces that spill the beans, pieces that tell the story. But which story? So the question is, as the story is revealed, how will we be remembered when the pieces are put together? Will we be portrayed as kings and queens of a mighty land? People who started out together with a father and a mother, with the man at the head, who hunted and fished, raised his son and loved his wife and daughter, proud of who he was, his rituals and his freedom, or the faithless heathens who need to be led. As a people known only as slaves, downtrodden with no hope, separated from country, from family, faith, and roots to connect. What will each piece reveal? Will there be pieces with the faces of the daring ones, Harriet Tubman, Mary McLeod Bethune, Crispus Attucks, Frederick Douglass, and many more? Will we be remembered as a people known to walk, to talk, to learn, to live, to see the sky with free eyes and to soar? Or will the pieces show how we really didn't quite fit because we were separate, equal, but separate? Will we be remembered going to the back door or to the back of the bus or having substandard everything? Or will the pieces show us standing up, walking out, pushing forward, boycotting, protesting, and demanding real equality, being led by the bold ones, Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Jesse Jackson? The pieces will come together and the story will be told. Our parents grew up and many went to school and went to college and got good jobs and started moving on up. We finally got our piece of the pie. So is this how we'll be remembered? Not sure about that. Because the pieces just keep on coming. Procreation is the continuation of life. The pieces in the box are showing our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren with minds of their own. Not thinking about the struggle, not thinking about the past. Why? That's over. Life goes on. So how will we be remembered? As people who came together, valued education, became doctors, lawyers, judges, entrepreneurs, teachers, administrators, musicians, actors, star athletes. The list goes on and on. Or will there be pieces that show sister girl waving her neck from side to side because she got an attitude because somebody looked at her too long? Well, she's fly though. She got a Gucci bag and her bling bling, and she's sexy as she wants to be because she wears her thong and her platform shoes and the best hair that money can buy. There may be a piece for the brother who decided that everything he needs to know about a man can be found out in the streets. So he learned to be what he thought was a man who wears his pants off his butt, who hates women, who gets high, who gangbangs, and thinks that being in jail or dead isn't so bad a place to be as long as he ends up with his homies. Those are the pieces that need to be lost, dumped from the box. There will be pieces that show up that we are children's first teachers, who teach the social graces like please and thank you. Respect your elders, respect yourself. You know, the Staple Singer song. There should be a piece that shows that we taught that there's a curfew, a time to turn your phone off, a time to study, and how to do what's right and not what's wrong. There's probably a piece that shows parents coming to the school to see about those grades. How will we be remembered? As a people who, because they are the leaders who have pride in themselves, because they see their future and they're prepared for the challenge. They are tomorrow's leaders because they have role models like our leaders. So the pieces will reveal truth, the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. They will reveal the leaders and the followers, the givers, the takers, the righteous and the evil. All the innocent eyes and ears will get the lowdown, and the reaction will be mixed. Sadness and laughter, disgust, pride. So how will we be remembered? There's one thing for certain. When those pieces in the box are revealed, within the negative will also be the positive. And we will be remembered as a people who are rich in faith, heavy thinkers, courageous spirits, proud, happy, strong, dedicated to the cause, curious of the unknown, brave to the uncertainty of life, ready to serve, and lovers of God.
below sea level, caught between the devil and the muddy brown sea. That money reach in and spin me about. My hate rise up, rip my insides out. My madness rise up in a fury so wild, and I let myself go. Spoke my hate to a child. Pennies done that. Pocket change change me. Pocket change me. Can't afford loose change, can't afford change. Change is a danger for a woman like me, trapped between the devil and the muddy brown sea. I gotta get back to the way that I've been. God, drag me back to that basement again. Don't know what I said to that little boy. Always there's been people who hold their head high, getting through. I can't. Ain't never been no good finding joy the way you should. Hope in water turn to wine. Hopes fine, till it turn to mud. And some folks go to school at night, and some folks march for civil rights. And I ain't got the heart, I can't hardly read. And some folks do all kind of things, and black folks someday will live like kings. And someday sunshine, shine all day. Oh, sure, it true, it be that way, but not for me, that's also true. Y'all can't do what I can do. Y'all strong, but y'all not strong like me. I'm gonna slam that iron down on my heart. Gonna slam that iron down on my throat. Gonna slam that iron down on my sex. Gonna slam it down till I drown the fire out, till there ain't no anywhere. What else, God? Give me an arm, Lord. Slam through the iron, flat. How about that? That's what Caroline can do. That's how she rearranges herself. That's how she changed. Murder me, God, down in the basement. Murder my dreams, so I stop wanting. Murder my of him returning. Strangle the pride that make me crazy, make me forget, so I stop breathing. Scour my skin till I stop feeling. Take Caroline away, 'cause I can't be her. Take her away, I can't afford her. Tear out my heart, strangle my soul. Turn me to salt, a pillar of salt, a broken stone, and then Caroline, from the evil she done, Lord, set her free, set me free. Don't let my soul make evil of me.
If you bury something long enough, it can become very difficult to unearth.
My family had not taught me about prejudice and hate and things of that nature.
I thought I was dreaming when I saw the sky full of black smoke. It seemed like the whole world was on fire. But I wasn't dreaming, because when I pinched myself, it hurt.
I thought everything in the preamble referred to me.
Run, daughter, run. White men are coming and they got guns.
It ain't Christian, is it? To be murdered like this and just forget?
Run. And don't look back.
Or you turn to ash and fall down amongst the dead of Greenwood.
I refuse to call it a riot.
That was not a riot.
Not right.
It was planned.
The homes of 10,000 people burned down.
If you bury something long enough, it can become very difficult to unearth.
The world was on fire.
The world was on fire.
The world was on fire.
Going down?
Yes, ma'am.
So nice to see you downtown, Diamond. Hope business was good for you today.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Sarah. It always is.
For as long as we could remember, Negroes were viewed by whites as merely subhuman.
More like beast than men.
This hatred towards Negroes was like a dark flame, passed from one generation to the next.
Despite the brutality of slavery and the countless lynchings of the Reconstruction era,
Negroes proved to be remarkably resilient.
the year was 1921.
In the oil capital of the world, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Negroes had figuratively and literally
Struck gold.
Extra, extra, get your Tulsa news. Extra, learn the weather, learn the world.
Abundance, affluence, prosperity, and just the pure determination to just live were the perfect ingredients for our dear Greenwood district to prosper.
You got Huff's Cafe on Cincinnati and Archer.
Hey there, easy. What can I get you?
And a few blocks over was J.D. Man's grocery store.
Bye, Mama. I gotta sell 5 more papers before day's end.
You better not be late for supper this evening like you were yesterday, or I will tan your hide.
Yes, ma'am. Extra, extra.
Going up north, just up 2 blocks, that was Griffin's shoe store.
Diamond was always on the front stoop, shining shoes.
What's up, fellas? You need a diamond shoe shine before I head downtown?
Sure, Diamond. Make them sparkle like you do.
The owner of the shop, Mr. Griffin, had a daughter.
The prettiest gal in town.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is the day the Lord has made.
Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Lena, get inside. We open in 20 minutes. Start cleaning and scrubbing down those counters.
Morning, Mr. Griffin.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Then if you went east a bit to Greenwood Avenue, you'd be smack dab in the middle of what was known as the Negro Wall Street.
What was once empty plains became homes and beauty and splendor.
It was a city within the city.
And it was ours.
Well, I hear you, TD, but that's the 4th one in the past 2 months. These mobs are getting out. Well, the coloreds of Greenwood are not the type to sit back and take this much longer. They got their own schools, their own business, and hell, you and I both know they got their own guns. Listen, you better send us some backup here. This ain't going to end well for Tulsa. Well, it's my boys that have cleanup duty and extra gray hair from the spook of it all, not yours. Mm-hmm. I see. Yep, sure thing. Thanks for your time. Enjoy your golf with the governor. Damn it.
It's always good to see you downtown, Diamond. I hope business was good for you today.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Sarah. It always is.
You can just call me Sarah. Ain't nobody in this elevator besides us. Besides, I'm the operator.
Ma'am?
It means I'm the one in charge. Of this elevator, at least. Oh, looky here, a smile. Smiling at me ain't against the law, you know.
I got my piece of steel locked and ready to go.
I am so tired of people getting lit. What are you going to do about it?
What are you
Now,
going to do
damn it,
about
Sheriff,
it?
that's the 4th lynching in the month. What are you going to do about it?
Afternoon, folks.
We
Afternoon,
need you
ladies
to
and
do your
gentlemen.
job, Sheriff.
Y'all just calm down. We need to talk about this peacefully. The blood is on your hands. Listen, folks. I am just as disgusted by what's been happening as I know you are.
Well, why don't you protect us better?
Now, you know that's complicated.
Oh, please.
These mobs use lynching as a means to terrorize and exert control over you folks. And taking a picture as a trophy is just another sick way of demonstrating white supremacy. Now, I beg you not to take revenge, not to make a fuss. To avoid an all-out race war, I need you all to keep a cool head. Please. I can't command the city. Hell, I can barely command my own pet dog. But I want you to know my heart is in the right place. I am doing the best I can to stop all of this. I hope you have faith in the power of my office. My condolences to you.
Looky here, a smile. Smiling at me ain't against the law, you know.
It depends on who you ask, Miss Sarah.
I done told you to call me. First floor, this is your stop.
Extra, extra! Nab Negro for attacking girl in an elevator. Extra, there's a lynching tonight in Greenwood.
Wait, what?
Diamond. They got Diamond, Mama, look.
Wait, who?
This paper said that Diamond made advances at a white girl in the elevator downtown.
When?
This morning.
Can you believe this? Hezekiah, have you seen the headlines? We have got to do something.
I know.
What are we going to do now?
Where is he now?
Sheriff Champ said the safest place for him is in the holding cell downtown so the Klan won't get to him.
There's about 500 Peckerwoods gathered outside right now, demanding that the sheriff hand over Diamond to the Klan. I'm not sure how much longer we'll be able to hold them off.
We need to pray for everyone.
By all means, pray. But white people must earn our prayer. Do they pray before they beat and brutalize our Negro brothers? Do they pray as the Negro children pay the price for their evil deeds? I believe in heaven and I believe in prayer. But I'm tired of praying while I'm carrying flowers to Negroes' funerals. I'll pray that when I shoot at them, my weapon won't misfire. Let's gather the townsmen, and may God have mercy on our souls.
500 white men gathered, and it quickly swelled to 1,000. Someone fired a straight shot. The first one was shot on Main Street, right in front of the Picture Palace. The Klan took this as a cue to terrorize every black person they saw. They even went into their homes.
And to use the expression of General Grant, all hell broke loose.
Get down.
Mom, what's happening? I see houses on fire. The whole world's on fire.
Good heavens, are y'all all right?
Klansmen carried out furniture, and then they set our entire house ablaze.
My father hid me in the attic of the shoe store. Shh. When the white men came in, we could hear them talking. My father begged them not to set the store on fire, but they didn't listen. We barely made it out through the flames.
I hid my children under the table. They destroyed everything except for the old rugged cross.
They were trying to send a message.
The heavy air was so unreal because of the gunfire. And that's when we saw it.
The devilish sight made our hearts stand still for a moment.
There was a great shadow in the sky. Buzzing noise was so loud.
On second look, we discerned that this cloud held fast approaching airplanes.
The enemy invaded our district, like the enemies invaded Belgium and Germany.
It's like the devil himself had been released on us. The heavens opened up. 6 airplanes.
Dropping bombs and raining down bullets.
On schools and churches. The whole district was ablaze. Our world was on fire.
Will someone help us?
First floor. This is your stop.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Sarah.
It's okay.
Hey, ma'am, are you all right?
What that nigger do to you?
Boy, do you know the cost to even look at a white guy?
What did you do, boy?
Hey, come back here.
Get here.
There's gonna be a lynching tonight.
String them up and light them on fire.
The dead were everywhere, their bodies lying where they fell. Photographers turned some of their grisly pictures into postcards.
Whites decided to burn down homes of 10,000 people.
1,200 homes were destroyed. 320 more homes were looted. 4,000 people were left homeless. 600 successful businesses were destroyed.
Every Negro in the city was killed, arrested, or placed in confinement.
Over 1,000 Negroes spent the harsh winter in tents.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
A big, beautiful Christmas tree was placed in front of Red Cross Relief Headquarters in Tulsa.
Now imagine this beautiful Christmas tree brightly standing where there were once comfortable homes.
Now filled with piles of brick and stone and debris.
Reminding everyone of the horrible fact of last June.
But shortly after dusk on Christmas Eve, the people of Greenwood stood in front of that tree in fellowship.
The chorus of 2,200 voices singing Christmas carols. Our voices reverberated through the night air and throughout the city.
Let the songs we preach remind us there is no room for hatred. Rebuild.
Rebuild.
Blackness. Keep on.
Angelo, I love the bow tie.
Oh, thank you. Just a slow song.
Congratulations, GTC.
Yay!
Congratulations, everybody.
Turn your TV off.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I heard a little bit of an echo.
Somebody has a TV on somewhere. Turn it off or mute it. There we go. So let's just see who's all in here.
The collective.
The collective. Do we want to Do we want to go ahead and introduce ourselves?
The collective.
Oh.
Should we turn down microphones or?
What you mean?
I'm hearing an echo. I'm not sure if people are getting what you're in. But I think before we introduce ourselves, we should probably definitely thank everybody who watched the live stream, everybody who's already donated.
Are we talking? Because I can't hear y'all.
We can hear you.
No.
Turn your microphone on, Mama.
Okay.
Look, let me just first say, give me my stage back. Give me my stage back. Corona, going about your business. Give me my stage back.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But yes, before we introduce ourselves, thank you everybody who chimed in, who watched the show, the comments. I was rushing from another project and I was watching in my car, so it was nice to see everybody. So thank you everybody who supported, everybody who's given their comments or sent those congratulation videos to us. We have to start by thanking the amazing support that we already have.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody. We really, truly appreciate it. We could not have done this without the help of all of our supporters, our family, our friends. You know, we all had to make a phone call or send a text message and say, "Hey, are you available?" or "Hey, can you do this?" So the fact that we were all able to do that, and everyone that we know personally was like, "Absolutely, absolutely, whatever you need, just let me know." So that is a great feeling to have, to know that you have people that you can definitely lean on during these times.
Right.
What I also
And once again, oh, sorry, go ahead.
what I also will say is the beauty. I guess we can. Yeah, we can go into that later. I guess we can start with the introductions.
Yes, well, Cordero, since you're talking already, go ahead and introduce yourself.
With this good ponytail.
Listen, I was too busy watching the show, and I said, "Oh wait, we finna go live."
I know.
I was so into it. I said, "Okay, great." So, first, hi, I am Cordero Johnson. There we go. Let's just keep the cameras like that. We can just keep it on everybody. It's fine. So yes, I'm Cordero Johnson, Cordero Santiago Johnson, however you want to say it. I am one of the founding members of GTC. I directed the first piece, White Shoes. So I want to say a great thank you to Tiffany Johnson, Xavier Dorsey, and of course, Lauren Wells as well. So yeah, that was me.
Lauren, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Wells-Mann. I am, and also, I mean, you can go back to Cordero. I think we should say which part of the South Suburbs we're a part of, because that's also.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Uh-oh. Okay, he'll be back. But we'll keep rolling. But I grew up in Calumet City. I went to Thornwood High School. I am still a resident of South Holland, proud resident of South Holland. I'm an actor, a director, a dancer, a choreographer, a writer, a mom, a wife, and a bunch of other stuff. I am also in addition to being a proud member of this company, I'm a proud company member of Mott Production Association for African Centered Theater. And I'm very proud of that. So that's me. I'll pass the first assistance. Oh, it's okay. Darcel Williams, you go next.
All right. I am Darcel Williams, and I am a proud founding member of Griot Theater Collective. I'm really happy to work with these people, these very talented artists that are in these boxes. I actually wrote How Will We Be Remembered? And thank you so much, Leanne, for your beautiful performance of that play. I enjoyed that play and have written it it's been around for a long time. And I just keep on working on it. So I am proud of that. We've done some great work here. Am I am a former teacher, theater and speech teacher, administrator, actor and writer, all of these things that it's just really too much to be bothered with. But know that the being involved in theater and being a part of something new in the South Suburbs is very, very important to me, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I am from Linwood. I've been in the South Suburbs all of my married life, and I've been here and I'm proud to bring something to the South Suburbs. I switch it over. I'm going to Cheryl.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say this only because it was not built properly in the credits. But Greenwood was actually adapted by me and the amazing Andrew Malone, who was in Impact Statement. And I was director on this project. So I have to mention that because I did not write that piece by myself. Sorry.
Cheryl.
Unmute yourself, Mama.
Unmute yourself. Yes, you is.
Okay, there we go. All right. As you all know, technology is not my ministry, so thank you. My name is Cheryl Frazier, and I am very proud to be among this group of very talented actors, directors, writers, technicians, technical directors, you name it. They are all very talented people. I am originally from Markham, Illinois, and as a person from Markham, Illinois, everybody that lived in Markham went to Thornwood High School, and so I was one of the few African American students at Thornwood High School when it was first opened in 19 and and that is where my love for theater grew under the direction and tutelage of my coach, who got me interested in speech, competitive speech, and kind of the rest is history. I came back to Thornwood to coach, really as just a second part-time job, and fell back in love with it, and to the point that I wanted to go into education. And so I ended up becoming an educator at Thornwood, and educator, administrator, directed many shows with my sister Darcel, who did not like me at first.
Are you really saying that? Are you really saying that on this? Okay.
Yeah, I am. But we are, that's my sister now. Couldn't do without her. We like two peas in a pod now. So very thankful to be on this journey with her as well. And these young people, we are hoping to build another legacy in the South Suburbs, outside of the speech world, and more into theater and creating a legacy of African American theater in the South Suburbs.
You got to pass it to somebody.
I'm sorry. Well, let's see. Let's pass it to one of my ASA guys. So that would be Josh.
Hello, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua X. Miller. Like many of these other folks, there's a variety of different things that I do. Actor, also dancer, photographer, videographer, already said writer. So it has been refreshing to work with so many amazing creatives who all share the same interests, but also have that same passion as me as well. So I have a little different story. So I'm actually from the city of Chicago, but around high school time, I moved out to Tinley, and then I moved to Flossmoor, and now my mom is currently living in Homewood. So I'm kind of from all over the South Suburbs. I'm jumping around. So that's my South Suburbs story. I went to Homewood Flossmoor High School, where I also did speech. Some of you are commenting, yes, I was the narrator. I also did speech, did competitive group interpretation, and a bunch of other things. I've acted in shows with a lot of, I think everyone here. We've been in a show together, or I've been directed by one of you all. So, you know, we're in a room with family, definitely. So I'm going to popcorn it to Mr. Bowden.
Hey, hello everybody. I am Ron Bowden Jr. Let's see. I just like Josh. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and then just about junior high time, I moved out to Hazelcrest, where I was on like one of the 7 blocks in Hazelcrest. I got to go to Homewood-Flossmoor High School and go to Homewood schools. That was, to me, that was such a blessing, because I don't think I would, you know, have gone down the path that I have gone on without the teaching and I had gotten at Homewood-Flossmoor, and I never would have met so many of these amazing people that you see on your screen today. I'm an actor and a dancer and a teacher and a singer, and anything technical for this stage, I got you. That's my specialty. That's become my specialty over the last 5 or so years. I said I was a student at Homewood-Flossmoor High School. Then when I finished school at the University of Illinois, I went back to Homewood-Flossmoor and took over as the technical director there for about 5 years. I currently live in the city of Chicago, but I have such deep ties and deep roots down on the south side, in the south suburbs. I've done so many different types of theater performance. I sang with Walt Whitman and the Soul Children of Chicago for 10 years. And I am so happy and filled with joy watching today, seeing people who look like me, people who I was in it. So, but like seeing people of color doing something positive and excellent and telling our stories. And that is what I'm so excited about, this opportunity that we have with Griot Theater to be able to finally tell our stories our way. And I look so forward to what the future has. And I'm going to go ahead and popcorn it over to Angelo.
Man, how do I follow Ron after all of that? What's up, everybody? I'm Angelo Green. Not necessarily born in Chicago. I was born in Springfield, Massachusetts. Only lived there for a year, but I've actually, I moved to Calumet Park when I was young, and I've been living in Blue Island, Illinois for the past 15 plus years. Eisenhower graduate. I was also in group interpretation as well as speech with my coach, Mark Urban. Pretty much have been doing the community theater scene. I've been drama group as well, so I'm a board member there as well. I've done some stuff at Moraine Valley Community College, as well as other places. When it comes to dancing, I'm there. If you tell me that there's dancing involved, I will run to you as fast as I can and do what I got to do. So again, even with Griot Theater Collective, there's so much more to stay in tune for. I'm so happy to be with these people. Again, I am a student of the game, as well as just being a sum total of everybody that I know or have interacted with. So I normally say I'm from everywhere, because everywhere I'm going, I'm always learning, and I'm always a student of the game. So that's me.
Yay. Well, those of you who are watching live, if you want to pop any questions in the comments, we'll be, we're free to answer anything. If it's concerning the show, if it's concerning any of our writers, feel free to pop in those comments. But I thought maybe we could talk now about why we started the company. Look at me stepping up as the facilitator on accident. We all
you beat me to it.
Real quick, let me give a disclaimer for those who were having issues with the show and watching it. So live theater, things happen. Things happen on virtual live theater. So the lag time, it was just because we wanted to be live and share the experience with you all. And the more people that watch, the more it can lag a little bit. So if it didn't lag, that means none of you were watching. So we did have at least 70 people plus watching it at one point. And then I did make a comment to let everyone know that as soon as we are done within the next hour or so, the whole show will be uploaded to YouTube for you to go back and watch it all the way through without any lag time on any of the pieces that you may have missed, or if you came in late and you weren't able to see it at the beginning, it will be on our YouTube page within an hour or so, because it is uploading and that takes a little while because it was a long show. So we will be posting on our Facebook page, on our website. Yay, we have a website. And on our Instagram page once the show is fully on YouTube for you to go back and watch. If you're a subscriber, you will automatically get a notification that the show is there. So yes, so thank you again for pressing through the show with our technical difficulties, but it will be available for you to watch again within the hour without any interruptions.
Okay.
I mean, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, it was actually Ron. It was actually Ron who just made a Facebook status and was like, hey, and he just tagged people, and the other people mentioned people, and we were all like, wait a minute, okay, let's just do this. But I mean, just to be honest, in that moment, I didn't know this was going to come. I felt like, me personally, I was frustrated with a lot of the things that were going on just in the country in general, with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and frustrated I can't be on stage with people, frustrated I can't hug and love on my loved ones. So I was frustrated in that moment. So sometimes when we're frustrated, we definitely we get anxious and we say we're going to do something. But the reason I continued on to be a part of this was because of the 6 of you all. I've been wanting to start my own theater company for years, and doing it by yourself is very hard, financially and mentally. But when you are able to do it with 6 like-minded people who appreciate the craft, they appreciate your craft, it makes it worthwhile. It makes you feel like, okay, we can really do this. I can really do this because there are 6 people standing beside me that are going to walk with me. And so knowing that I have 6 other people to lean on made me want to say, yes, we're going to do this and we're going to make a change, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm going to popcorn it to Lauren.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that was a trend. Well, speaking of that Facebook post, without going into too many details, I do want to mention this was around the time that there was a lot of outing of theater companies and calling theater companies to the carpet on their lack of diversity, their lack of representation, whether that be in the content they provide or in the administration behind the scenes. And within that, in sharing our shared frustration on Facebook and tagging each other, my attitude was, well, let's just start one. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of hopped in a messenger and started talking, because I'm not one, I don't care about having a seat at the table. I want to build my own table. Mm-hmm. And I love the theaters that I've been blessed to work at, and will continue to do so. But I'm very excited to have something near my home. I'm a fairly new mom, and sometimes driving up north in the snow, it's hard. And also we need it. I mean, in my people, I'm not saying my people won't travel to those places. I'll still travel to those places, but being able to provide good quality live theater when the world opens back up is really exciting. And I'm just honored to be in a group with people that I am in awe of, that I respect so much, who have trained me and groomed me and literally raised me Yeah, I'm over the moon. I'm a popcorn it to churro.
Unmute yourself, Mama.
Help the Lord.
Going back to Ron, when we were all kind of adding our 2 cents about the things that were happening in the country in the summer, and Ron said something like, "That's why I say we ought to start our own theater company." And I said, "Well, come on with it then." So you got to put when you put your foot in your mouth, okay, you have to go with it. And so I think it was time. Everything happens for a reason. There's a season for everything, and I just think that at one point, or this is obviously the point, this is the straw that kind of broke the camel's back. Yes, it's been said, for many years. I've had many people, my daughter included, who's on this chat. "Mommy, why don't you just start a theater company?" I'm like, it's been done, okay. But as I said, there's a time and a place for everything, and I just think that this was the time. And I think we've been blessed with the time to actually do the background work, because obviously there's no live theater. So we had the time to actually look into the paperwork part of it and bylaws and the business part of it. Whereas before, that might have been something that stopped us, because we would have wanted to get right into the acting part of it. But since there is this downtime with live theater, gave us the opportunity to really get into the business part of it and really research it and take our time with it. So, as I said, time and place for everything. And I thank this entire group for really stepping out on faith, because that's really what it is. You have to, at some point, step out on faith if you want to actually put in action what you believe. And so I will pass this over to my sister.
Before you do that, Darcel, we have 2 questions. We got some questions rolling in.
Oh.
So if we can get into some of these questions, then we can get back to our individual reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the questions from my best friend, hey Dee Dee, she says, "What were one of your biggest fears with starting the?" Oh, there we go. Thank you.
On the bottom of the speaker card.
Come on, what was one of your biggest fears with starting this company?
Yeah.
Anyone can answer that.
Well, I know something that we continuously discuss specifically about the company is when do we debut ourselves? And when we debut ourselves, are people going to be like, a moth to a flame and be like, this is something that I want, I'm craving, I really want to be a part of this. And really just the interest in having a theater company in the South Suburbs that is ran and operated by BIPOC people. It's like, will people want this? And I think after we made our first post and we started sharing, and we saw in all of the love and the likes and the comments, and people asking us, how can we donate? How can we give? How can I be a part of this? I think that really springboarded us into moving forward with what our plans were, which was, what's our first show? So I think that was probably one of our biggest fears with starting Griot Theater Collective.
Anybody?
Actually, I wanted to say something about that. I wanted to say something on that note, because biggest fear, honestly, when we started talking, fear was not a part of it. We did not, it was like we went into it like, wow, we want to do this. Hey, what should we do? Let's do that. I mean, everybody had this tunnel vision. We went from one thing to the next. We went from talking about this, we're talking about what we wanted to do, what's the name going to be, what do we want to represent, who, you know, everything that we did, we all of us were on the same boat, sailing forward to a goal because we wanted this theater company. The idea of the theater company, of a theater company, has been in the making for a long time. I was still teaching. I was still directing, looking at the young people and saying, my goodness, there's so many talented people in this area. You know, wow, they're graduating. Oh my God, what are we going to do next? Then another group comes. They just kept on coming. And then they left. And then they were doing things when they left. So yes, so many people came. Oh, Miss Williams, when are you going to start the theater company? Well, heck, you know, I was moving and doing other things as well, and like being a principal of school. But you know, I just, you know, it was a lot going on. So, but we said when in my mind, I always thought when I retire, when we, you know, then when you retire, and then other things happen. But the point is, when it's time for something to happen, it's time.
Yes.
And these 6 people with me, all of us, it was time. We have in this group the best technical minds, the writers in the group, the speakers, the directors, the act. It's amazing. Only 7 people. We have a goal to move forward. We have plans. We have more things in our minds that we haven't even talked about, but we all say, we're going to talk about that later, though, okay? Or we could do this, we're going to talk about that later because it's when we say underrepresented, we of course we mean African American, but we mean all of the people who have not been represented on the stage and telling their stories. That's what we want to do. And so that no one is left out like they may have been left out before.
Absolutely. We got another question from Kimberly Grace.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim. So we can put that question up. With the pandemic forcing much of the world to operate online, do you think Grill will continue to create online content even after the quarantine is lifted and you return to live stage? That's a great question. I think Ron.
I say why not? I say why not? There's no reason to put ourselves in a bubble. You know, we've entered this age of virtual theater and everyone's doing it now. But there's no reason that we should not be able to have a production, just do a play reading and be able to have people that can't come into the building when we get one, praying, knock on wood, amen. But that can't come into the building and see it and experience it, but then be able to do another live event like this. Why not? I look so forward to that. I am so ready for it. And listen, y'all, stay with us because I know we're just going to keep getting stronger. We're going to keep getting better. Those of y'all that are out there that know me know I don't have a give up in me. So I'm a fight. And I know the other 6 people on this screen are going to fight with me. So we're going to work hard. We're going to put on shows in a theater, but we're also going to do stuff online because there's no reason my mama, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, don't get to see her baby perform. Okay? So yes, we're going to be here.
And I think
absolutely.
On the other side of that too is sometimes it's also about exposure as well. Before, you know, I was a part of this group, I didn't know that there were certain artists that are, you know, are very popular that are from the south suburbs of Chicago. So another part of who we are as a theater collective and who we are as people is bringing those people who have stories and who have been telling stories, bringing them to the forefront and saying, look, these are our neighbors. These are people from these suburbs, that nobody knew, or nobody knew were from those suburbs that are out here and doing amazing things. So yes, lots and lots of content coming from us.
Right. I think for us, it's just a brand new medium because again, it hasn't necessarily. A lot of other theater companies are, struggling at the time, but again, it's only just what we can do now, and then eventually master it, and things will be a lot better. Because again, I don't see because hopefully sooner or later when Broadway reopens, they're probably going to have a way to do all this stuff as well, and so we just got to roll with the punches.
I'm trying to set the stage and tell Broadway how to do
Oh,
it.
well.
There we go. I'm here for
Well,
that.
we have gained, you're right, and we have gained audiences through this medium of Zoom. I mean, there is so much going on Zoom right now that we have really gained audiences that may not necessarily come with us, have come with us.
Thank you, Cameron. That is my god sister.
Hey, god sister.
Okay, family.
There was another question too I saw.
Yeah, I think Cameron had it as well.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
She didn't post the question. She just posted another.
Yes, she did. She said, "I can't wait to see what you all have in store."
Oh, I didn't see the question mark.
Are there any details to share of what you guys have in store for the future? Which is so funny because we talked about that and we were like, let's talk about it after the holiday. It's so much to even get the show up. I mean, I am very proud of us for doing this in a pandemic and being safe and having COVID restrictions. And thank you to DT3 Productions for putting our show together and dealing with the 7 type A personalities and the thousands of notes, because all of us are very type A. It's good, but yes, thank you for your patience for sure. So we definitely, I think we talked about Black History Month probably being the next cycle of something that we do, what that show looks like. Like, subscribe, follow us on social media, go to our website, click that donate button, and you'll get all of that.
There you go. Let's give some. I want to give a really quick shout out to Alex, who created our logo.
Yes.
And who created our flyer for our program. Alex is dope. Like, she is dope. And she's also a theater artist as well. And she worked really hard to get us the logo that we wanted because, baby, we couldn't click on that logo for a minute. So, but we came to a great, a happy medium with the logo, and it just clicked for all of us. And she did not, she gave us all these different options to choose from. Like, we just told her, we gave her an idea of what we wanted, and she just ran with it. And she did the same thing with the Black Suburbia. We said, well, we want Black people like they're in a suburb with a picket fence. And she said, okay. And she gave us the flyer. Thank you, Alex. So, so it was a pleasure working with her. She was great. Also, Lauren, if you could mention Joelle.
Yeah, Joelle Carter. And the other exciting thing too is that not only do we have a lot of theater artists from the South Suburbs, so these same theater artists, like Joelle was in the first dramatic duet acting scene that I coached to win state. Like, and the fact that he did our website, and I reached out to him and asked, well, what's the cost? And he donated our website, and it's beautiful. And so for him to do that and not ask for payment, it just really blew our minds, and we are just very, very grateful. And he did it in a very short amount of time too. It's a real quick turnaround. So thank you, Joelle.
But we definitely have a lot more things for you guys in the future on top of virtual shows and live shows. We actually also want to we want to provide teaching opportunities because we have writers here, we have directors here, we have choreographers in the building. We have technical directors in the building. You know, we got all that in the 7 of us. So we want to be able to provide different classes, and acting classes as well, you know, for, you know, BIPOC students and individuals and people who just really want to grow. And so that is something that we're also going to be doing, as well as providing you with some great opportunities. Me personally, I haven't shared this with the collective, but I'm sorry. I want, they looking at me, they looking at y'all, they look at me crazy. I want us to be the first theater theater company in the South Suburbs to do an amazing show that has been done in Chicago for plenty of times and not done right, and I want it to be The Wiz. I want us to give The Wiz the justice it deserves. And I truly believe we can do that. Lauren, please don't make that face. I truly believe we can do it. And that's something
I say that because I directed The Wiz and so did Darcel, and we did it right.
Well, I wasn't there to see
Right.
it. My bad. I
Twice.
wasn't there.
Twice. Okay, so let's
twice.
That's a discussion we got to talk about in closed quarters.
I'm talking about at a, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That I just want us to be able to just to do it in a way that is, you know, I just want to, I don't know. That's just one thing. That's a goal of one of my shows I would like for GTC to do in the future. I ain't talking about right now. I'm talking about in the future. I would love for us to be able to do that amazing classic and just blow it down. And I know we can because of who all these faces I'm looking at.
So there's another question in the comments. It's asking about the selection process for works that we are performing. So it says, what is the selection process for works you are performing?
That's a great question.
Just to let you guys know, quick shout out. That's my girl.
Hey, girlfriend.
We got support in the building.
You better support your babe.
Since it's my girlfriend, I'll probably answer it. So pretty much, we're again a one-stop shop. We're all doing this, you know, from our basement, pretty much. You know, it's kind of sort of like that. We read our selections. We kind of sort of try to piece a lot of things together that just makes sense. Again, for this to be our first ever virtual performance, we wanted to pretty much pay homage to a lot of the history that has come before us, as well as issues that we spoke about earlier when it comes to, again, Black Lives Matters and just a lot of things that brought us together. And so for us to again name it Voices from Black Suburbia, these are all the things that we know and we think about and we talk about as a collective, and we just wanted to highlight those.
Lauren, can you speak on that a little bit too? Because you kind of actually brought some of the pieces to the table. You know, Greenwood, York for White Shoes. Speaking of York, oh my goodness!
Come on with this headshot, York.
Oh, that's great.
Right on time.
Right.
So, I mean, we literally just kind of talked about what we could do, of course, with paying for rights and are we going to do like a full show? And then we decided we really want to do a showcase that would be a kind of a precursor of the type of works that we would actually present when we have an actual full production. And it was just a question of like, we are like, oh, I know this person from here. I know this person from there. And this person has accomplished this. I mean, York, for instance, is a very accomplished writer, and his star is rising. He's also an amazing actor as well, which interestingly enough, there's a movie that's coming out that he was in the play version of. And I've just mentioned something that I can't think of the name of it. Give me a second. It's like that. It's a boxing movie. It's Muhammad Ali and... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will think of it and I'll come back to you guys in a second. But yeah. So I mean, we will talk specifically about what the selection process is. But if you got a script, email us at griotheatercollective@gmail.com.
Thank you for saying that, Lauren, because I was just going to say one of the things that we talked about is we don't want to just do works that have been published. We don't want to just do like. Of course we want to do The Wiz, Carolina Change, you know, those kinds of shows that people know and love, because that's how you make your money. But we also want to feature writers from our area, writers who are telling our stories. Because if we can help other people in our area, people that we know, to get to workshop their play and get their work out there, and we have the platform to do it, let's do it. Y'all see about me, I'm all about let's do it, you know?
And I think that's a great point that, you know, what we're trying to do is because, as we all know, you know, I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of seeing the same shows recycled, just with a different face, you know, as the lead, or, you know, and the fact that there are so many writers out there that don't have a place to workshop their work. They don't have anyone who's willing to take the time to look at their work and give it a chance, or to say, hey, we want to work on this with you and stuff like that. So I truly feel like that's something that we really we've talked about it, and it's something that we definitely want to do, to be able to allow a lot of these writers a home to place their work. And we have some great writers in this collective that, you know, I can't wait for us to do some of their work.
Angelo just texted me the name of the show. One Night in Miami. There's a film coming out, a film version of that. And York was in a production I saw in Colorado. He was really good. There's another question.
Yeah, I think I kind of just answered that.
That's from my daughter.
Hey, Dana. Thank you for loaning us your mother all these Sundays. We love it.
She already knows that she got to share her mama. She used to that.
But yeah, I kind of answered that question. So we definitely want to do original work. So please email us at grilltheatercollective@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
If you definitely have some work that you want to submit to us, and we will definitely get in touch with you.
Just want to give a shout out to our sorors, Delta Sigma Theta. Darcel and I are both members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, the greatest sorority in the world, along with my child. And we actually have a lot of our sisters, Darcel, are playwrights.
Oh.
So we definitely, and Dana knows quite a few of them. So we definitely will be reaching out to them.
Yes.
Letting them know that, you know, they can certainly showcase their works with GTC.
Oh, and we have a congratulations from my cousin Lynn and she is part of she's saying bravo to this entire group of talented folks on the job. Well done. Congrats to the new theater group. And Lynn is part of a composers cafe who features writers of music. So she features writers of music and producers, and she and Sammy Scott actually go on Facebook featuring people who have done some great works that you know, like the Ohio Players and Regina Bell, a lot of them. So anyway, thank you, Lynn, for coming on and saying congratulations. I'm glad you came on.
We got another question from Hippie Soul, and hopefully I'm understanding this correctly. She says, is that the same for headshots, audition content? Are you asking if something we can help with? Because we definitely can.
No, I think the question was about submissions. Yeah. I mean, right now, first of all, humbled that you would even want to submit that. But right now, you know, just if we have any sort of call, general auditions, keep your fingers crossed. In the fall of 2021, we can have our first general auditions, and we definitely will keep you posted on that.
And please make sure you like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get all of our notifications. And you'll know when we have those calls, whether it's virtual or whether it's in person.
That was actually Dee Dee, my best friend, who was supposed to be in our show and got sick. So
she sure did get sick.
I
wanted to say a shout. We have to say a shout out and thank you to Liza Anthony for that beautiful, beautiful dance with her daughters. And when her daughters came in, I just started crying. But she's a choreographer, and just wanted to make a shout out and clarify who she is.
She's my best friend.
And we also need to shout out the other individuals that came in Greenwood. Megan Hoyt, Morgan. Can you, Lauren?
Listen, y'all saw the credits. Watch the playback. It's
There you go.
I love y'all. That you know who you are. Yeah.
Morgan Barber, Shayla Jarvis. Come on now.
I could have. We also have credits.
If we have any more questions, if we don't have any more questions, we can kind of wind it up.
Yep.
Play the Oscar music.
Wind it up.
Oh yeah. That's it. So we also D3T. Thank you for.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for the production and for housing us to do filming, especially during COVID and keeping us safe and being a part of this live. So D3T, thank you so much. That's D3T Productions. So definitely look them up on Instagram and Facebook if you definitely are interested in working with them. And they're here with us now. So definitely thank you so much.
And we do want to say that even though this was a free show, and we thank you all so much for watching it, if you can find it in your hearts, we know that during the pandemic that, you know, a lot of the times we might come up short with a lot of things, but if you can find it in your heart, in your pocketbooks, to donate just $10 to us, you can go to Griot Theater Collective.
Not just $10. Don't put no number on our blessing.
That's a suggestion.
Let the spirit move you.
We'll take
$2.
We just great. We're grateful.
Yes, so grateful. Thank you to everyone who has been donating already. Please keep the love coming, and you guys will definitely be hearing from us soon.
Last thing, also tell a friend about us, because word of mouth is very, very powerful. So if you enjoyed the show, if you've been watching us, tell a friend, share our YouTube page on your social media sites. And that's free. That don't cost nothing. Just a click of a button. And we appreciate that. Share our YouTube, leave us a word, tell the people, shout out from the rooftops. I did want us as a collective to say, maybe we can end with this, like one word that sums up how you feel about this moment and how you feel about our future.
Hold on 1 second. Just to let you guys know, if you guys are on our Facebook page, if you go to our PayPal link, as well as on, I believe it's on our Facebook page as well, the like page. So just to let you guys know where to donate, because
it's everywhere. It's even in the comments. I pinged it in the I posted it in the YouTube comments. So if you scroll up in the comments, I left a comment with the link for the PayPal. It's also in our video in the description of the show. The PayPal link is there as well. But if you still don't see it, please inbox me at Cordero Dante Santiago, or you can inbox Griot Theater Collective, or you can inbox either one of us if you still don't see the link. And we will make sure we get you that link so you can send your donation.
Okay, one word, y'all.
I'll start.
That's my word.
Grateful.
Proud.
Legacy.
Fool.
Am I the last one? Unity.
Oh.
Unity.
Oh God, y'all have so many good words. That was my idea. And what's my word? Excited.
I'm sorry, I got changed back. I'm satisfied. I feel so full and so satisfied.
Full and satisfied are synonyms.
There you go.
And on that note, thank you so much for coming and enjoying our show. We enjoyed it. We have enjoyed talking with you. We enjoy each other, as you can see. And we enjoy that we have other people who are here and listening to us. So on that note, we'll see you at our next show.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you all for coming.